I hope you guys are ready for something new because this is what we're going to be trying to do. Am I afraid of the smiling dog? I didn't know who the smiling dog was, so I Googled it. I don't know what's up, but I want to get into the scary stuff. Are you scared of Smile Dog? I said smiling. Are you afraid of Smile Dog? I don't know, but we about to find out. If you feel it, go ahead and please hit the like button. If you feel like it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button or become a member. And if you want to, go ahead and comment whatever it is you want to comment down below. But let's go. Also, follow me on Twitch. I've been doing some live streaming there. Twitch.tv, The Real Queen Blaze. I have no idea.
This video contains content that some might find disturbing.
Okay.
Viewer discretion is advised.
All right, let's just go into it.
The internet can be a scary place.
Indeed.
Every day is an opportunity for you to stumble across something you wished you had never seen.
Facts.
But what if an image was so horrible?
Hello, I found your email address through a mailing list. Your profile said you're interested in Smile Dog. I have saw it. It's not as bad as everyone says. I have sent it to you here. Just spreading the word. Maybe I'm watching the wrong Smile Dog. I don't know.
That it could literally ruin, or in this case, end your life. In today's story, our narrator seeks out that reality. I'm Ryan Bergara, and this is Are You Scared?
Oh, wow.
A show where I tell my friend Shane Madej the internet's scariest stories. So lock your doors, turn off the lights, and let's see if we can make it until the end.
I can make it to the end. I think I can. Episode 2, Smile Dog.
Mary agreed to meet with me because I wasn't a reporter. I was a college student, gathering information for a few early assignments, and I had arranged with her husband Terrence to interview Mary in the summer of 2007. I arrived at Mary and Terrence's house in Chicago, but at the last moment, Mary changed her mind and locked herself in the couple's bedroom, refusing to meet with me. For half an hour, I sat outside the bedroom door, listening and taking notes while Terrence attempted to calm his wife. The things Mary said made little sense, but fit with the story I'd heard. I could tell she was crying, and her objections to speaking with me centered around her dreams, her nightmares. When it became clear we would not be going through the interview, Terrence apologized profusely, and I did my best to take it in stride. I wasn't a reporter in search of a story after all, merely a curious young man in search of information.
Curiosity always turns out wrong. I'm learning that every single time.
Someone invites you over and they lock themselves in their room. Yeah. That's rude.
That's what you've done at every dinner party you've invited me to.
I actually do that at a lot of parties.
Okay, yes. If I invite you over and of course I lock myself in the room. Yeah, okay, he makes sense. That is rude. Now, if you got family coming over and you lock yourself in the room, get the fuck out of my room, I'm playing Minecraft! You didn't sign up for it. So you're like, hey, you got people coming over, family coming over. I say my hellos and then I move on.
I actually do that at a lot of parties. I don't lock myself in my room, but there's
retire.
I retire for a bit, especially if there's a lot of people over. Sometimes I'm like, I gotta sit out for 20 minutes.
I mean, look, he probably traveled for a long time to do this interview. He's not like a reporter with a big budget. He's just a kid who probably paid his own gas money to get out there.
College kid.
Yeah, and then she's just like, I'm not coming out of my bedroom.
Yeah, that's kind of
Can you
rude.
Venmo me for the gas money? Oh wait, 2007. Can you give me some?
Could you write me a check?
Yeah, a paper check.
You got a point there. People were still writing checks. Yes, 2007. Yeah. People start rolling their eyes around that time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. 2007 is checks. Tell a kid today to try to write a check. See how that goes.
Mary had been the sysop for a small Chicago-based bulletin board system, or BBS, in 1992, when she first encountered the file. She was one of an estimated 400 people who saw the image when it was posted as a hyperlink on the BBS.
Are you going to show me this dog or should I Google it? See, if I don't see the dog, I will Google and I'll be careful.
Though, she is the only one who has spoken openly about the experience. The rest have remained anonymous or are presumed dead.
Oh.
Welcoming you into a J.J. Abrams mystery box with this story. What's going on here? What's this guy after?
I would
Who are these
argue
people he's talking to?
I would argue though that kind of fills me with a little bit more dread because
Absolutely.
all we're seeing is this person who clearly doesn't want to share details of some story she was supposed to share.
Do not misinterpret my commentary as criticism.
What, are you trying to fucking Jedi mind trick me? Do not misinterpret my commentary.
I'm having a great time.
Oh, you're having a great time.
You'll finish reading the story.
Smile.jpg was first brought to my attention in 2005 when I was in 10th grade and became interested in web-based phenomena. What caught my attention was the total lack of information about the image, to the point that often people believe it to be a hoax. Smile.jpg is unique in that the entire phenomenon centers on a picture file that is nowhere to be found on the internet. Certainly, the web is full of imitations claiming to be the real file, but those are largely written off as fakes. They do not have the effect the true Smile.jpg is believed to have. The sudden onset of temporal lobe epilepsy and acute, life-altering anxiety.
Excuse me?
I think if it was possible to die of fright, you would be a dead man.
I think so too. There have been times where I thought I was going to die because I was so scared. I will also say there's been things I've seen in movies that have scarred me in the sense like when I do think of them, I actually
Skeleton Key.
kind of recoil into myself. You remember the faces of the people who saw things in the ring and you find them and they're like,
Yeah, they're like,
there's something that happens to a certain character on The Walking Dead that is
rough, huh?
not great.
Are you okay down there? Your penis? I mean, that guy, he clumped on it.
I like that. It's very Lovecraftian, you know, seeing something that is so horrific.
It just scrambles you.
Yeah.
Skeleton Key. I couldn't look at mirrors for about a week. It was really bad. Now that I think back about it, that's the only thing I remember from that movie. But I remember that moment in that movie. I'm not going to show clips. I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it. But there's a part in that movie. There's a mirror involved and it's horrifying. The ring, it was scary, but it wasn't as terrifying as the Skeleton Key. It was something that was in my house that I had to look at every day. It's like Candyman. You know, you say Candyman in the mirror a whole bunch of times, you die.
On its surface, a JPEG provoking said reactions in otherwise healthy individuals is admittedly absurd. The more I researched, however, the more I began to question whether the internet's reluctance to acknowledge its existence was out of disbelief or out of fear. As such, details of encounters with Smile.jpg have taken on an air of internet legend.
I would not trust the internet to band together to not harm people.
There's a bunch of people that don't even believe the pandemic is real, let alone a fucking JPEG that could kill you. Of course this would kill the human race,
It
probably.
sure would. People would have it on signs picketing in places against the governor for some reason. I love Smile Dog. I think he's great.
There are rumors of Smile.jpg circulating in the mid to late 90s as a chain email attachment with the subject line, "Smile, God loves you." There's even one tale about a hacker in 2002 flooding the forums of the website Something Awful with a deluge of Smile Dog pictures, rendering almost half the forum's users epileptic.
If you got sent a link from an anonymous number that said,
Oh.
if you open this, you'll die.
Just
You opening
don't
it?
do it.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
It sounds a little bit like what's the with
Chain
the big
letters?
guys, Moo or whatever.
Momo?
Momo.
Yeah, Momo.
I remember people were like, somebody died because of Momo. You know, Momo has killed people.
I'm sorry, because now I'm just thinking, the whole Sandlot legend.
Nobody ever seen him again.
That ain't true.
Yeah, it is. He got eaten.
It just brings back that memory of, there's a big old dog in the backyard and it ate a kid and it will eat you.
It added up to about 173 guys.
Chain letters. If you stop this chain letter, you will die and, or you get bad luck for so many years and so many bullshit.
Well, Momo didn't kill nobody.
Momo didn't kill nobody.
Momo didn't kill nobody.
Despite the huge exposure these stunts would have generated, very few admit to having actually seen Smile.jpg. No trace of the file has ever been discovered. Alleged victims offered the same description of the photo. A dog-like creature, sometimes described as looking like a Siberian husky, illuminated by the flash of the camera, sits in a dim room. Near the left side of the frame, a human hand extends from the darkness. The hand is empty, usually described as beckoning. The beast's muzzle is reportedly split in a wide grin, revealing 2 rows of very white, very straight, very sharp, very human-looking teeth.
It sounds funny.
Sounds awful.
I've seen a video where a man drops his dentures and his dog
Puts them in its mouth.
Yeah, it's really good. I want you to see this dog with the dentures in its mouth.
Oh God, actually I don't like it.
Wait, I want to see it. Okay, wait. I got to see the dog with the dentures in his mouth. We have to see this. Okay. Okay, it's hilarious. All right, that's pretty funny.
What are you doing?
Okay, that's a little lightheartedness. All right, back to the horror.
Oh God, actually I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Victims claim to see the picture endlessly repeated in their mind's eye during the time they are in reality having epileptic fits. These fits continue interminably, often while the victims sleep, resulting in very vivid and disturbing nightmares. After my failed interview in Mary's apartment in 2007, I sent out feelers to several folklore and urban legend-oriented news groups, websites, and mailing lists, to no avail. Then, in early March 2008, Mary contacted me via email.
It sounds like a curious young man.
You know what, I fancy myself as a curious young man. I would be doing the same thing. This could be me and you in some weird alternate universe.
That's the thing, though, like, about detectives and people who are news reporters. You have to be curious to figure out who done it, you know, kind of thing. You have to be nosy as all hell. And I got a little bit of nosiness, but not overly nosy. I might get to a point and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to know any more information than that. Hey, some people are very, very curious. This kind of stuff I would not go searching for on purpose. They saying that it doesn't exist, and if it does exist, then you're going to get hurt or murked from it. I'll leave it alone.
The funny thing is, if it did kill people, you would die laughing and I would die horrified.
Yeah.
And that would be pretty much us in a nutshell.
It'd be a funny way to go for both of us, yeah.
Dear Mr. L, I am incredibly sorry about my behavior last summer when you came to interview me. I hope you understand that it was no fault of yours, but rather my own problems that led me to act out as I did. I realized that I could have handled the situation more decorously, and I hope you will forgive me. At the time, I was afraid. For 15 years, I have been haunted by Smile Dog. Smile Dog comes to me in my sleep every night. I know that sounds silly, but it is true. There is an ineffable quality about my dreams, my nightmares, that makes them unlike any dreams I have ever had. I do not move and do not speak. I simply look ahead, and the only thing ahead of me is the scene from that horrible picture. I see the beckoning hand, and I see Smile Dog. It talks to me. It is not actually a dog, though I'm not quite sure what it really is. It tells me it will leave me alone if only I do as it asks. All I must do, it says, is spread the word. It wants me to show it to someone else.
The ring, the tape.
The week after my incident, I received in the mail a manila envelope with no return address.
Oh boy.
Inside
You wanna look at
was
the
a
tape?
3.5-inch floppy disk. I knew precisely what was on it. I thought for a long time about my options. I could show it to a stranger, a coworker.
You don't want to give it to your husband because you don't want your husband to go through the stuff that you're going through. So you give it to somebody you don't really know. Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting play there, man.
I could even show it to Terrence. And what would happen then? If Smile Dog kept its word, I could sleep. But if it lied, what would I do then? What if something worse started coming for me?
How would you show it to Terrence? The husband?
Yeah, I know, what the fuck? Why
fucked
would that
up.
even enter your mind?
What? This poor guy who's got a wife who's like, the dog, I'm dreaming about the dog again. And he's like, Jesus Christ, I'm just trying to make some eggs, lady.
Maybe that's why she wants to show it to Terrence, because she's tired of the fucking flack.
It's a dog with funny teeth. Go to sleep.
Many of my fellow victims on the BBS board where I first encountered smile.jpg stopped posting. I heard some of them committed suicide. Others remained completely silent, simply disappearing off the face of the web. They are the ones I worry about the most. I kept the diskette hidden for 15 years. Every night, Smile Dog has come to me in my sleep and demanded that I spread the word. For 15 years,
15
I have
years.
stood strong.
15
I get the
years?
notion that a lot of people on that board were probably just like, I guess I'm done hanging around on this board where people talk about a dog with teeth.
The entire time, like it's some sort of weird deity.
They're dropping like flies. Where are all my friends? It's like they probably got jobs.
I sincerely hope you will forgive me, Mr. L. But last summer, when you contacted my husband about an interview, I was near my breaking point. I decided I was going to give you the floppy disk. I did not care if Smile Dog was lying or not. I wanted it to end. You were a stranger, someone I had no connection with. And since you seemed so interested in what had been tormenting me for so long, I thought I would not feel sorrow when you took the disc as part of your research. Before you arrived, I realized what I was doing. I am ashamed, Mr. L. And I hope that this warning will dissuade you from further investigation of smile.jpg.
He wants to just.
Stop while you are still whole. Sincerely, Mary.
Oh, I want to show you something.
Oh God.
You're going to appreciate this.
Am I?
I'm not sure. Do you remember that?
Fucking God damn it, dude.
Wait.
Son of a bitch.
I
Oh,
wanna
I'm glad
see
you pulled it up.
I found
man.
the lustful.
What?
Yeah, I'm glad you had that working in the background.
I mean, yowza.
It's pretty weird that I could see you zooming in.
I want to see.
That's my
it.
Smile Dog.
Don't zoom in on a cartoon and go, yowza.
A cartoon what?
It's fucking weird, man.
Just wanted to jog your memory.
So thank you. Consider it jogged.
I want to embed it in
Mine
mine.
just
Yeah,
ran a marathon.
It's ran. It's fucking exhausted. Later that month, Terrence contacted me with the news that his wife had killed herself. I'm sorry, that's not funny. I just saw a cartoon 2 seconds ago,
Oh my
and I had
God.
to read that sentence. There's so many levels of unfair to
It's
that.
really photorealistic.
It really is.
Now it's becoming your Smile Dog.
I'm just gonna get through the sentence, and we're gonna move on.
Go on.
Later that month, Terrence contacted me with the news that his wife had killed herself. Terrence was in shambles. He wept. God damn it, son of a fucking... It's the worst time for you to fucking show me that. It's like, I can't think of a worse time in this story for you to show me. Could you imagine if like there was like some actor about to do like a dramatic monologue and right before the director was like, hey, come over here. Check out this huh? How photorealistic is that? Anyways,
It's very photorealistic.
Garrett, God.
I want
You know
to
what?
witness this. Maybe
I'm
I
going to
do,
request that
maybe I
everyone
don't.
just take a peek at it. Just, I can't be the only one who sees this.
It's oily.
And the pose he's in is so weird.
Pose.
Okay.
Continue.
Terrence was in shambles.
Can't. You got it.
You got it.
Yeah, you got it.
You can't be laughing over there and saying you got it. I just would feel really comfortable if someone else could
We
look
can't
at
ask anyone here to look at that. Because
wanna
now that is
look
our
at it.
Smile Dog and they will not be able to.
I would really love for someone else to look at it.
No.
Okay.
Later that month, Terrence contacted me with the news that his wife had killed herself. Terrence was in shambles. He wept as he warned me to listen to his wife's advice. He said he'd found the disc she mentioned and burned
send it
it
to him?
until
Oh.
it was nothing but blackened plastic. Through his tears, he told me it hissed as it melted, like an animal.
I think that's just what plastic does when you burn it. Oh, the fire crackled like a dragon.
That floppy disk turned into a serpent.
It glowed like magic.
Yeah, I think it's just burning, Dad.
That's called fire, dipshit.
You ever set something on fire before?
I was uncertain about how to respond. Out of respect for Mary, I decided to heed her warning. I would no longer pursue the subject of smile.jpg, at least for the time being. Almost a year after I failed to interview Mary at her home, I received an email from elsahir82@redacted.com.
Oh, they talked about you on that
The
forum?
subject was Smile. Hello. I found your email address through a mailing list. Your profile said you are interested in Smile Dog. I have saw it. It is not as bad as everyone says. I have sent it to you here. Just spreading the word. That final line chilled me to the bone. The email was signed simply with a smile emoticon. Attached was a file named smile.jpg. I considered downloading it. It was almost certainly a fake, I reasoned. And even if it wasn't, I had never been wholly convinced of smile.jpg's peculiar powers. After all, how could a single image of a dog cause years of nightmares?
You about to find
But if
out.
everyone knew the image was a hoax, then why did the legend exist at all? If I downloaded the image, if I looked at it, if Mary turned out to be correct and the creature came to me in my dreams, demanding I spread the word, what would I do? Would I live my life as Mary had, fighting against the urge to spread the picture until I died? Or would I spread the word? And how? Whom would I burden?
If this is a real thing, you've seen Smile Dog. Do you think you would show it to someone? Can you think of one person who would deserve it?
I would do one of those things, you know, like when people were protesting Donald Trump and they like projected stuff onto a building. Just catch as many people as I could.
Oh, so you're going for the mass.
Yeah, I want to be a super spreader.
You know what I would do? You know, sometimes when you're on an airplane and right before it takes off, you turn on your airdrop and you could see some people have their airdrop as shared to
That's
everyone.
a good idea.
It's anonymous, but you still get to hear the,
Oh, God. That's freaky,
I wouldn't
man.
know
That's
about that.
deviant.
I thought about why I reached out to Mary in the first place, about my early intentions to write a short essay about smile.jpg, and decided
With an essay.
that's what I would do. I could attach smile.jpg as evidence. Then, anyone who read the article, anyone who took interest, would see it. And clearly, since you're reading that article now, you're interested. Could I spread the word? Yes. Yes, I could.
Yeah. All right. Bro. This is it, man. Woo!
So, are you scared?
I was scared.
You're the victim. That's a fun twist. You're the victim.
I like this.
How did I not see that
like
coming?
it.
Of course they're going to attach it.
well, I didn't realize we were reading the article that he was
Yeah.
writing. It makes sense because it includes the emails and like the first interaction and
Wow.
all that stuff.
That-
But I did know that we were on a one-way train to Smile Dog Town.
Yeah.
I
Not very
wanted to
scary.
see him.
Well,
I mean, the picture.
yeah, when it's preceded by of course it's
Well,
not
that's
as
a
scary.
Not scary.
Well, good story. That one actually is written by an anonymous user, so thank you to whoever wrote that. And you've also, without your knowing, anonymously given me nightmares of my own, not by your doing. So, thank you for that. We'll see you all next week on Are You Scared?
Sleep
That's
tight.
great.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
That was awesome. Awesome! The twist, the story, the not realizing I was about to get scared by the Smile Dog. It all was great. I enjoyed this. Are you scared of Smile Dog? Oh, this is beautiful. But I wanted to do this to myself, and I did it. I made it through it. I didn't get scared. I got intrigued. I was on the edge of my seat. Everything about this was beautiful. But there we go, Play Squad. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you place the like button. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, go ahead and comment Smile Dog. And I will see you guys in the next video.